Welcome to episode 9 of the Old White Man Show. I call it the Old White Man Show because I'm old, I'm white, and I'm a man. The purpose of this show is to say a little bit about myself and a little bit about what's going on in the world today. Give my opinions on it. Whether you agree or don't agree, that's up to you. I want to begin though by wishing my number 3 granddaughter happy birthday. Today is her birthday. She's sweet 16. So I wanted to make sure that she knew that today she's my most favorite granddaughter. Because it's her birthday. Tomorrow, she'll still be number 3, the number 1 granddaughter. She'll still be number 1. Number 2 will still be number 2. Down the line till I get to number 7. The all-time favorite grandchild is in heaven. He's St. Dominic, Cutie and P.O. Short. He's with Jesus right now. He's a great kid, much better than any of us. But today is my number 3 granddaughter's birthday, so happy birthday, number 3. Just want you to know that. Life is kind of funny. I grew up in New Orleans area, and I was 17, I was at quit school and joined the military. Ended up in Vietnam. I remember my first time I was in Vietnam. I was first patrol I went in on. It was searching this village, and I totally forgot everything I learned in training. The only thing I can remember was what would John Wayne do. So I ran through this grass hut, hooch. Didn't have a door on it or nothing, but I threw my back against the grass hooch. And I said, well, there's no door. Anyway, I kicked through the door anyway, just like John Wayne would have done. And there's a bunch of old people down there eating rice. I didn't know if I should shoot them or not. So I got my finger on the trigger. I called, Sergeant. He came in. I said, should I shoot him? He just hit me upside the head, told me to get the hell out. Apologized for me. We do dumb things. I spent 7 months in Vietnam on that tour, got wounded, medevaced out. When I got in the hospital, they bought me a bunch of medals, Bronze Star, and this and that and that and this. Promoted me from a private to a sergeant. I didn't know any of that happened. I was just in the field. They said I earned it when I was in Vietnam. You see, in an enlisted person's life, other people says what you get and what you don't get. You just do your job. So I never knew I got promoted. I never knew I earned medals or nothing like that. I was just doing what I was doing. When you become an officer, you get to put yourself into medals. Like John Kerry, who put himself in for the Silver Star because he got a splinter. Whose commander turned him down, but he did after the commander left again. And other people who put themselves in that says they got the Bronze Star. I don't know why you got a Bronze Star. If you was in the JAG department, just say you're a lawyer in the military, you probably got a Bronze Star for meritorious service. And you deserve it, you earn it, it's a good medal. You probably put yourself in for it, that's fine. But don't use the medals and other soldiers' accomplishments for your own personal means. And this morning, I heard Joe Biden using his son's medals and service for his own personal means. Joe Biden, you didn't fight in Vietnam. You was a chicken shit little son of a bitch, as far as I'm concerned. Not to say I shouldn't use foul language, but you didn't go. Donald Trump, he was a chicken shit little son of a bitch too. You didn't go. So you guys don't use the guys in the military, for their service. Because it was their service, not yours. What we did, we did. What you did, you did. I don't hold it against you for not going into the military, but don't try to use other people's military for your own advantage. Knowing that, I will say that Donald Trump seems to support the military. He seems to go out of his way to greet military people. He seems to like the military. And I think the military seems to like him. Joe Biden, 47 years you've been an asshole. You never supported the military at all, so don't pretend you're supporting the military now. You know, you just pissed me off. And you think you act tough, like this really gets you riled up. You've never been in a fight in your life. You know, you got the Secret Service protecting you. You in a fight. You're not going to do anything. You're gonna sell us out to China. You know, whoever gives you the most money, you know, that's what you're going to serve. You're an elitist. You and that ugly old woman that's up there and head of our House of Representatives, that real old one who don't wear a mask, you know, and gets her hair done illegally, you know, and then blames other people and says she's set up. Hey, General Flynn was set up. President Trump was set up. You know, that's who's been set up. It gets me riled sometimes to hear all this bullshit that these damn people's coming in there trying to do it. They all a bunch of elitists. Our president's an elitist. The guy that's running against him, Biden, the bald-headed guy with those plugs, he's an elitist. Nancy Pelosi, she's an elitist. Chuck Schumer, he's a little pervert. You know, got pictures of him kissing little kids and down there on the islands. He's probably one of Jeffrey. He probably had Jeffrey on speed dial. You know, faggot. Anyway, I'm just going to say this. All this stuff that we hear that the news media is coming out and saying, you know, it's the news media saying. Use your common sense. You know, see what's going on. Don't take the word of someone who has everything done for them done by someone else. You know, if they live in a big house, if they got armed guards on their gates, if they pay people to get their grass cut, if they pay people to wash their cars, if they pay people to clean their house, if they pay, maybe they're the elitists. Maybe these is the real slave owners. You know? I mean, it was a Democrat that voted against, you know, slaves being free. It was a Republican that freed them. It was a Democrat who voted against black people having the right to vote. It was the Republicans that gave them the right to vote. It was Democrats who voted against women having the right to vote. It's the Republicans who gave them the right to vote. You know, it's kind of like, if there's one party that's doing all this that everybody wants done, and the other party's kind of against it, how much common sense does it take for you to understand that maybe that Democratic Party is really not on your side? You know, I mean, I know a lot of people are stupid. You know, they live in New York and California and New Jersey. I mean, you can see New Jersey's dumb. Hell, you know, they just up there living on the beach, partying all the time, got tattoos all over their body, dancing, doing all this stuff, making anything that moves. Shit. You know, keep yourself up there in New Jersey. You know, in New York, and stay in California. Don't come here. You know, I mean, we don't need that kind of stuff here. We done lost our beloved capital, Austin. It's become low California. They got more trash in Austin than we got in the rest of the state combined. Unbelievable. There's mountains of trash underneath the bridges. You know, the mayor of Austin should be taken out, tarred and feathered. You know, that's what he needs to have done to him. He's a shame. And all these little people, those Antifa, you know, those people who can't go to school and teach, but they can get out there and riot and protest. I don't feel sorry for you. You know, you should get yourself in trouble. I seen one fool this morning throwing a cocktail, multi-cocktail. And that dumb idiot didn't know how to do it the right way. He lit it and threw it at his feet, caught himself on fire. I mean, you know, go back to your classrooms and teach, okay? Don't try to be a terrorist. You don't know how to do it. Real terrorists get terrorist training. They start very early in life, like the age 6, and they are taught how to do this stuff, how to make bombs and how to kill and how to be insensitive. You know, a lot of your tax dollars pay for that. You know, it's just amazing to me, you know, how you think that you can do something, you really can't do it. I mean, really. You're gonna get out there and throw cocktails at the police. You don't even know how to throw it. You know, it just cracks me up. How many of you people ever got out there and shot somebody? And it's not easy to shoot somebody. It's really hard. You know, you might have a good gun. You might be proficient at hitting the target. Shooting the human beings, totally different games. Totally different. So, you know, use your common sense. And you know, it's just amazing when I see the news today, what the news media does, and how people does this kind of stuff. Let me get off this negative stuff, get to the positive stuff. My 16-year-old granddaughter's getting her driver's license on Tuesday. Eventually, she's going to get a car one day, maybe. I mean, you know, you gotta be careful next week driving on the roads, because she'd be out there. You know, she's a good athlete. She's a very good student. She's a good person. You know, she goes to church. She tries to help people. Her parents has done a very good job. You know, and their parents done a very good job, me included. Of course, the mother did most of it. You know, but we was there. We was there to guide our children. And that's what families need. They need a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, you know, with every family. We don't have that in America today. We got too many single family members. You know, families that's broken up, families that can't work it out. You know, we need to have the family unit brought back. We need to sit up there and have family meals. We need to get family time together. You know, get off the computer. Go spend some time with your family members. You know, give them a hug, give them a kiss. Be good. And for all you pedophiles out there, I hope God sends you out of hell. You know, simple as that. You know, and you better hope God finds you before I find you. Good news, things that we can talk about and we can agree on. LSU, they beat Georgia again yesterday on a rerun from last year. You know, plus they beat Oklahoma on a rerun from last year. And yeah, they beat Clemson on a rerun from last year. Ohio State, they didn't play LSU last year. They wasn't good enough to make it to the playoffs, you know, to LSU's level. This year they just backed out because they chicken shit. Penn State too. Oregon Ducks, they all chicken out, they don't want to play LSU. They're using the virus as an excuse, but the real reason is they don't want to face the national champions. So with that being said, and I'm on my way to Mexico this week, y'all have a great time. Talk to y'all next time. Bye-bye.